Dog Pound Nathan Zegura here with the FanDuel Fantasy Minute so you can be sports rich at FanDuel.com. Let's start at the quarterback position with Colin Kaepernick. Remember him? That's right, he's back as a starter in San Francisco and is averaging 75 yards rushing per game as a quarterback. That's most in the NFL, and that adds up to about 175 yards passing, depending on your scoring system at FanDuel. It certainly does. Well, add in the fact that he's facing the New Orleans Saints. The Saints have given up 291 yards passing per game this year, sixth most in the NFL, and four of the last five quarterbacks to face him have thrown for multiple touchdowns. Add that all up, and it can be a bonanza for Cap against the Saints. At running back, I'm going to give you a 2-for-1 special. That's right, both running backs of the Saints. Mark Ingram, he's in the doghouse, which means Tim Hightower is going to be involved. Well, the good news is when you go against the Niners, there's room for everybody. Multiple running backs have scored double-digit fantasy points against the 49ers in each of the last 2 weeks. And since week 3, listen to this, folks, 190 yards rushing per game, 2 touchdowns per game to running backs, and 35 FanDuel fantasy points per game to running backs. That's the most in the NFL. They've also allowed a league-high 6 straight 100-yard rushers, 4 straight over 130 yards. Yeah, that's historic. So cash in while you can. And finally, I'm going to give you a tight end this week, Kyle Rudolph. Why? He's playing the Lions. The Lions are giving up the most FanDuel points per game at 16 and the most touchdowns this season, 8 to tight ends. Rudolph should look good. I know they've made a change in Minnesota, but Sam Bradford's going to lean on his tight end in more of a West Coast offense now with Pat Shurmur calling the plays, and I think Rudolph has a big game, and of course you want to start a Cleveland Brown. Why not Terrell Pryor? Pryor himself has almost as many receiving yards as all the other receivers on the Browns combined at 532. He's going against a Dallas team that has allowed the opposing top target to score and produce at least 14 FanDuel fantasy points in 4 straight games. There's no question TP is the man, and he will help your team. So let me ask you this question. Who are you drafting on your daily fantasy football teams? Well, you got some answers there. And round that out playing your fantasy football at FanDuel and FanDuel.com. Be sports rich.